Hey Miss Gia and Miss Krista's class. Welcome to your history lesson for this week. Now, last week we talked about timelines and putting things in order of when they happened, and we also talked about oral histories. So when you talk to someone and they tell you a story, usually a true story, that is an oral history. They're not writing things down and they're not making pictures. They're using their mouth to tell you a story with words. Alright? So you had the homework to ask someone in your family about their favorite toy, so they could give you an oral history of what their favorite toy is, or their favorite toy was. So, this week we're going to talk more about toys, because who doesn't like toys? And we're going to talk about why we should be able to give things characteristics, so describing things, and how we can find out the way that things are similar. So these are two important words for this lesson. Characteristics, similar. Characteristics are what we use to describe something. For example, Miss Gia is tall, she has black hair, her hair is curly. Those are characteristics. And if something is similar, that means that it's like me. So if there was another person here who was tall with black curly hair, we would be similar. Or, many of you have asked me if Miss Ivana and I are sisters because of our hair. No, we're not, but our hair is similar. So my hair looks like Miss Ivana's hair, and her hair kind of looks like my hair. It's not the same, but it's similar. So let's first talk about characteristics, okay? We're going to look at a quick little presentation that gives us an idea of how to characterize or how to describe toys. Now, here are some toys that you might play with. We have a teddy bear, a robot, puzzles, a jack-in-the-box, a ball. Some other examples: another teddy bear, a doll, a computer, or now everyone has a tablet, puzzles, a race car, maybe you like to play with cars, a bicycle, because bicycles are also toys, and a robot again. Alright, so let's look at a computer, for example. How would you characterize, or how would you describe a computer? What are some things you can say about a computer? For example, if someone arrives from a different planet, and in that planet they don't have computers. This person has no idea what a computer is. So they say, okay, well, describe it. What are the characteristics of a computer? What would you say? How would you describe this computer? Okay, you might say that it's big. You can use it to go on the internet. Sometimes you can touch the screen and it will work. What else? Is it something that is hard or soft? Yeah, a computer is probably hard. It's not a soft toy. Let's see what else we have. Okay, it feels hard. It can be noisy. Yeah, so sometimes if you're using a big computer, it can make a lot of noise. It has got a keyboard. Alright, so that's what makes it different from a tablet or from a phone, is that a computer has a physical, like a keyboard that you can pick up. It has got a mouse. So the old computers, the big computers, have a mouse that is separate. Not like, for example, my laptop has a mouse, but it's here. It's part of the computer. But the old computers, or the big computers that look like this, usually the mouse is separate. It is big, yep. So it's bigger than a smartphone, it's bigger than a tablet, and it uses electricity. This is very important. We have a lot of toys now that if you don't charge them, they don't work. Nintendo Switch, for example, you have to charge. It uses electricity. Your tablets, your smartphones, your smartwatches, Your hoverboards, if you have a hoverboard, you need to charge it. So if there is no electricity, the toy, it doesn't work. So that is a very important characteristic. Let's look at this toy. We have a race car. A race car feels hard. It can be noisy, yeah. It has 4 wheels. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, usually 4. It's fast. Yeah, it can go pretty fast. It is small. Yeah, depending on what kind of race car you have or any toy car. Maybe you have Hot Wheels. I remember a lot of you have Hot Wheels. Those are pretty small. Maybe you have a bigger car that is remote controlled and you can drive it all around your house. And it's shiny. Okay, so maybe it's a little shiny. Oops. Okay. So, I want to think about the ways that a computer, the other toy that we talked about, a computer and a race car, might be similar. What are some of the characteristics that they share? Well, let's look at the first 2 sentences here. It feels hard and it can be noisy. Do you remember, was that something they talked about for the computer? Let's look. Yeah, right here, look. It feels hard and it can be noisy. So we can say that a computer and a race car toy, or any car toy, are similar in 2 ways. They both feel hard and they both can be noisy. So those are what makes them similar. Alright, let's look at something else. We have a soccer ball. Now, a soccer ball, do you think it feels hard? Not the same as like a race car, no. It wouldn't be the same feeling. They said it feels squishy. So if it feels squishy, that means it's soft. We can squeeze it. Okay, so that makes it different. It's different than a computer and a car. Let's see, what's the next one? It is round. Yeah, soccer ball, any ball really is usually round. Okay. It is bouncy. So if you take the ball and you throw it on the floor, it will come back up. It won't just stay down. It will go boing and come back up. You can kick it. Yeah, soccer balls are for kicking, right? That's what we do with them. We try to kick them into the goal or to a friend. You can catch it. So if someone throws you the ball, you can catch the soccer ball. Yeah? So, oops. We have all of these characteristics of a soccer ball. Now, do you think there's anything similar between a race car or a car toy and a computer and a soccer ball? Can you think of something that makes them similar? That's a challenge. I think you guys will have to send me a video if you can think of anything that makes them similar. What do they share? I'm trying to think. I don't know. Maybe I can think of one thing, but I want to hear your ideas first, okay? So if you can think of something that is similar between a soccer ball and a car, or a soccer ball and a computer, let me know. Now, here are some ways that we can describe things. We can say, it feels, it sounds, it can be, or you can, blah, 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 blah. So those are some ways to start your sentences when we're describing things. And you and I are going to do some work on that too. So remember, it feels, what is the texture? It feels like something. It sounds like, what noise does it make? It can be, so it can be big, it can be small. What are the physical, what do you see about it? It can be pink, it can be yellow. And, oops, you can. So you can play with it outside, you can charge it, you can play alone. Those are all different characteristics of toys. let's look at some of the adjectives, so the words that describe, the specific describing words, like hard, shiny, soft, noisy, cuddly, and funny. So those are some examples of words that we can use to describe toys. And here are some of the things, the action words or the verbs that you can use to describe what you do with the toys. So describing the characteristics of what you do. You can kick the toy, if it's a soccer ball, for example. You can throw the toy, if it's a ball or a frisbee. Yeah? You can push the toy, maybe a car, you push on the floor. You can pedal. What do you pedal? What toy do we use when we pedal? Yeah, we use a bicycle. We pedal with our feet the bicycle. And we can cuddle the toy. We can hold it close and cuddle with our toy. Okay, do we cuddle normally with soft toys or with hard toys? Yeah, I think it's better to cuddle with soft toys. I mean, if you want to cuddle with a hard toy, you can, but it might be a little uncomfortable, right? So let's look at some examples of other toys that we might see. Okay. This toy, this kind of toy, is called a clockwork or wind-up toy. Now it's called that because you see this little part here, you have to spin it to give it energy. It's not electric, but inside there's pieces that go together when you spin it, and then it starts to move, right? Like a robot. But not the whole day. It only moves for a little bit, and then it stops. And then you have to wind up the toy again. Give it more energy. So this is called a clockwork or a wind-up toy. Then we have these, which I think you guys might know. They're remote-controlled toys. Most of them are cars, right? But we see all of them have this extra piece so that you can drive the car from far away. It's remote-controlled. And finally, we have stuffed toys. Stuffed toys, or stuffed animals, are usually very cuddly, they're nice to hold, all right? And there's lots of different ones. We have a hamster, a monkey, a fox. Let's see, you've got Charmander. I think that's Charmander. A quokka, a reindeer, some llamas. Okay, so stuffed animals have lots of very great descriptions. They're furry, they're cuddly, sometimes they have really big eyes. Okay, so we're going to go through and talk about the ways that we can describe the characteristics of a stuffed animal. Check out our next video for that.